Good morning, dear students. Today we are going to start a new chapter which is diffraction, very important topic. And the definition for diffraction is it is the phenomena of bending of light. Phenomena of bending of light round the corners of an obstacle or aperture in the path of light. Means when we keep an obstacle or we are having an aperture in the path of light, it bends away from its normal path. For example, this is an obstacle and we kept it in front of a source. So it should go like this. It should go like this straight. In this case also, suppose this is the length of the obstacle, right? So instead of going straight, what it will bend a little inward due to this obstacle. So this bending of light round the corners of an obstacle is known as diffraction. Similar, if we are having an aperture of certain distance and if there is a source of light, then light would have to go like this, but it bend little and that bending is known as the diffraction. Okay, so this phenomenon of bending of light around the corners of an obstacle or aperture is known as diffraction. Now the question comes that do all wavelengths can get diffracted, or what should be the essential condition for diffraction to take place? Now essential condition is the size of aperture should be comparable to the wavelength of light, or most prominently we should say that size should be less than the wavelength of light. In that case, you can see here that we are having three apertures. This width is A and this width is suppose greater than the wavelength of light used. So since the wavelength is smaller than the size of aperture, so diffraction is minimum. In this case, the dimensions of size of aperture is equal to wavelength. So we found some diffraction in the wavelength of light. But in this case, you can see that the width of aperture is very small, less than the wavelength of light. So diffraction is more prominent. So basically from these we can say that diffraction will be prominent if the size of aperture is comparable to the wavelength of light or less than the wavelength of light. So accordingly, with this concept we can say that the diffraction for sound waves and radio waves are more common. As their wavelength is comparatively larger and aperture of that size are readily available. But in case of visible light, since its wavelength is comparatively smaller, so the diffraction of visible light is not usually, or we can say not common to observe. Now what is the basic cause of diffraction? Cause of diffraction. Now what is the basic cause of diffraction? Now what should be it? It is actually the mutual interference of secondary wavelets starting from portion of wave front which are not blocked by aperture. Okay, so basically we can say that mutual interference of secondary wavelets is the basic cause of diffraction. Means now this is the wavefront, and when this wavefront comes out from this aperture, so in that case the mutual interference of light waves takes place and hence the diffraction pattern is observed. We can easily observe this in case of the experiment, which is the diffraction at a single slit, that we will do it in the next video. Now, the very common example in your daily life you can observe for diffraction is by holding the razor blades in front of your eyes by keeping them intact with each other. You will find a very fine slit in between these blades, and when you observe a bulb from this slit, you will find a very beautiful pattern of diffraction. So this is a common example of diffraction that you can see in your daily life. Now next is type of diffraction. Type of diffraction. Now what is there are basically two types of diffraction. First one is Fresnel diffraction. Fresnel diffraction, in which the source of light and screen both are at finite distance. Okay, in which both screen and source are at finite distance. For example, diffraction at a thin wire, or diffraction at a small opaque disc, etc. And second is Fraunhofer diffraction. In this diffraction, the source of light and screen are effectively at infinity from each other, and in that case the light is focused with the help of a lens which is known as collimating lens. For example, diffraction at a single slit. Diffraction at single slit, that we will do in our next video, and this is very important topic to understand.